here's the hard thing about science and the nutrition of science, okay? There is a lot of it, and there's a lot of it that people are screaming from the rooftops. They believe 100% that it is correct, and studies prove them right. Here's the crazy thing. We have studies saying that high protein is great for you in aging, maintaining your muscle mass, getting enough protein is good for your hormones, your hunger signals. There are so many studies showing why protein is good for you. And then we have studies saying that maybe you shouldn't eat very much protein. And in fact, it is dangerous to eat too much protein. There are studies and doctors on both ends of the arguments, and are both of them wrong or are both of them right? And maybe the reality is that both of them are correct, and that humans, when we go back in time to when we were designed, we didn't eat consistently any one way because food was less in our control. Access to nourishment was hunting and gathering. So that meant we had feasts and we had famines. We had times where we were overeating and eating a ton of meats and proteins and berries. And then there was times where there was nothing, where you were eating very little because it just wasn't available. And so our body would have opportunity within a year to have both feast and famine. So maybe that's actually something we should be looking at more so, is that we know muscle is protective long-term, that having muscle on your body, which means we need to have adequate protein, is going to help you age better, give you more good years. But we also know when we go through periods of very low protein intake that our body goes into itself and does a cleanup. And it doesn't clean up when we're fasting muscles. It doesn't go after your muscle because that would be silly. You need muscle to run away from things. Our body wouldn't be designed like that. But it is designed to go in and remove any damaged cells or things in your body that don't belong there, autophagy. Which means then a solid health plan for a year should include periods of eating a lot of good food for your body, the right amount for your body. I'm not talking about like constantly overeating because that is not right for our body at all. The science is pretty clear on that, but we should have well-fed times or properly nourished times, and maybe some times where we challenge our body with some fasting. Done well in respect for your body, of course. Anyways, so this year I am starting off my year with a 31-day carnivore reset, which means I'm going to be high protein, high fat for this month. And then next month, I'm going to be doing a fast mimicking low protein 5-day reset as well, both in hopes of setting my body up for feeling amazing in 2024. If you would like to join me in any of this, all of this goes down inside the Keto Collective. When I do something for my own body, I bring the ladies inside the collective with me so they can experience how good their body can feel. Within those communities, you can get really some firsthand support and tips, and it's lots of fun and supportive, so you should join me.